Hello to all of our friends in Region 8. Welcome to our Support Schools webinar. This was originally scheduled as a face-to-face session on January 30th, but Mother Nature had other ideas, and therefore we had to cancel the session due to weather. So this is our attempt to give you the information that you need in a format that you can review over and over again as needed. Why is this information important? Based on the latest round of federal designations, many districts, community schools, and schools in our region are new to the Support Schools monitoring tool, which is located in your SAFE account under the area of compliance. If you are an internal facilitator, you are strongly encouraged to listen to this webinar. So what is the purpose of the Support Schools monitoring tool? This tool helps districts track the effectiveness of their school's implementation of evidence-based strategies identified in the improvement plan. Additionally, it helps identify supports to be provided by the state support teams. Before we get started in your SAFE account, let's talk about who will be required to complete the Support Schools monitoring tool. If your district has been designated as ADC, intensive, or moderate DF, the district is required to complete the Support Schools monitoring tool at the district level. If a building in your district has been designated as priority or a focus building, the building is required to complete the Support Schools monitoring tool. If your community school has been designated as a priority or a focus building, the community school is required to complete the Support Schools monitoring tool. Additionally, if your district received a Striving Readers Grant, the district will also complete the survey. Now that we know who is required to complete the Support Schools monitoring tool, let's talk about the what. So what's new for school year 2018-19? Access. We have new roles in OEDS to access the support tool. Data entry compliance or data view compliance, which can be assigned at the district or building level. There's one response period, which is due by May 1st. Depending on your district or building level status, you may choose to provide additional data updates to provide a clear picture of the work that you're doing. The tool is designed for inputs throughout the year. You would select complete when the last inputs are made. There are base questions in the survey for districts and schools to complete. You may receive fewer or more questions depending on the status or the needs of your district or building. So let's dive into the Support Schools tool and take a look at the tool itself. You'll start by going to education.ohio.gov, select SAFE, and log into your SAFE account. Then click on Sign In. Select the web application Compliance. You'll be directed to a dashboard screen. In the top left side, near Select Program, find the 3 parallel lines which designate the drop-down window and select Support Schools. This will direct you to the next page, where you will scroll down the page to find the name of your district or your school. On the far right-hand side, click on the magnifying glass under the heading Details. On the main screen of your survey, you will see 7 tabs across the screen: Overview, Questions, Schedule, Issues, Technical Assistance, Compliance Docs, Compliance Comments. On the overview page, you will see the contact information for your district and or building. Please make sure that the email address is correct. Now we're ready to head over to the Questions tab. This is where you will complete the required questions. Under the Questions tab, the survey screen has a left side navigation and a right side navigation. On the left-hand side, you see a Sections heading, and under the Sections heading is a button to export to PDF. If you would like to export your survey to a PDF, click on this button. This may be helpful as you review the questions and consider what you'll be asked to gather or respond to throughout the process. On the right-hand side, you will see a list of questions that you'll be responding to, and they will fall into two categories. Category 1, continuous improvement process. Questions may include things such as stakeholder engagement, determining your plan's effectiveness, what's working, what's not working. You may be asked to respond to questions about literacy if you received a Striving Readers Grant. You may be asked to respond to questions regarding SIG grants or 1003 or expanding opportunities grants if you receive those dollars. Category number 2, you may have other focus areas such as chronic absenteeism or equity or alternate assessment that you'll be required to answer. Here are some important tips throughout the process. When you are in the Support Schools Monitoring Survey, there are 2 scroll bars on the right-hand side. The outside scroll bar scrolls down the page. The inside scroll bar scrolls down the survey. The Support Schools Monitoring tool is not like Google, so you will need to save your responses or you will lose them. If you use the outside scroll bar, you can scroll to the bottom of the page to see the Save button. Use that after you respond to each question. Save often. You don't want to lose your work. ODE is recommending that you use Chrome. You will be logged into this compliance Support Schools Monitoring tool for 30 minutes, and you may be prompted when your time is running out to see if you need more time. As you will see, many of the questions ask you to refer to the CCIP supplemental planning questions with specific numbers listed for specific questions. You may wish to print a copy of your responses in the CCIP supplemental planning questions as you begin to answer the survey questions. Please note that you should use the supplemental planning questions as a backdrop to your response. This is not a copy and paste activity, but rather an opportunity for you to share specific examples that will help answer the questions. Some people may wish to copy the questions into a Google document and complete their responses there prior to inputting information into the Support Schools Monitoring tool. This is totally up to you. This may provide you with an opportunity to use this as a working document prior to uploading and saving before final submission. If any comments are added to the tool, you will receive email notification to the OEDS accounts that is listed. The due date is May 1st, 2019. Prior to May 1st, districts are asked to review and coach their schools based on the effectiveness of the school's improvement process. The internal facilitator should determine internal review dates for district personnel to provide feedback to their schools before May 1st. You should also consider what additional dates do you want to include to ensure that your buildings are on track for completion prior to May 1st. Let's talk about the Support Schools Monitoring tool guidelines and timelines. At the district level, you'll need to complete the district survey by May 1st. Use the CCIP supplemental planning questions to provide a frame of reference to assist in completing the survey. Answer required questions and provide evidence by uploading information in the tool to provide additional insight. Determine the timeline for building level completion prior to May 1st, because the district will be providing feedback to buildings prior to May 1st. At the building level, complete the building level survey prior to the deadline established by the district. The district will be providing feedback to the building by the deadline of May 1st. Use the CCIP supplemental planning questions to provide a frame of reference to assist in completing the survey. Your district internal facilitator could assist you in gathering the CCIP supplemental planning questions. Answer the required questions and provide evidence by uploading information in the tool to provide additional insight. And finally, adhere to your district internal timeline and work with your district internal facilitator to ensure that you are on track for completion. So now, let's take a look at one of the questions from the district level Support Schools Monitoring Tools survey. District Improvement Plan Development, including stakeholder engagement. If Title I funded, refer to CCIP Supplemental Planning Questions numbers 1 and 5. You will be referring to questions number 1 and 5 in the CCIP Supplemental Planning Questions as you think about your response, which is share an activity or strategy that shows an ongoing partnership inclusive of your district and community stakeholders throughout the continuous improvement process. You have the option of making a comment in the comment box. You have an option of uploading a document, utilizing a document, or refreshing the list. Make sure that you save your responses after entering information for each question. Please know that you will be receiving feedback from the Ohio Department of Education or the SST. So now let's take a look at one of the questions from the school level Support Schools Monitoring Tools survey. This question is upload student and adult data that measures how many educators were trained and how well they implemented the chosen evidence-based strategies that demonstrates ELA and math improvement by grade level for all students and at-risk students, and data for whole child strategies, which includes climate and culture. Notice that this question does not have a text box, but rather you are required to provide information or data to answer the question. You may wish to upload more than one document to answer your question or your questions. Finally, if your district or school received additional funding such as SEG 1003, Striving Reader, or additional funding, you will be required to answer questions that pertain to your district or school. At the building level, you will be receiving feedback from your district and or ODE or the SST. Know that you are not alone on this journey. You are ready to begin the process, and we are here to help you. You may wish to listen to this webinar again. If you have additional questions, please plan to attend our February 27th training for internal facilitators. Immediately following that session, we will be hosting a Q&A on the Support Schools Monitoring Tool for district-level internal facilitators beginning at approximately 11:30. In closing, please remember that all information is subject to change as per ODE's updates. Thanks for joining us. We look forward to seeing you on February 27th for the Internal Facilitator session. To register for this session, please go to www.sst8.org.